Most men think they are being careful about money when they date in Thailand. They tell themselves they will never send money, never pay for family emergencies, never get trapped. Then they meet her. She is beautiful. She seems genuine. And within 3 months, she mentions her mother needs surgery. At that point, their entire financial boundary crumbles without them even realizing it happened. The truth is that financial manipulation in Thai dating rarely looks like what you expect. It does not come as a direct ask. It comes as a story. It comes as a problem that mysteriously appears exactly when you are closest to her. And by the time you see it clearly, the pattern is already established and very difficult to break. Before we get into this, make sure you subscribe so you do not miss any of these videos. This is exactly the kind of content most people never talk about, and it might save you thousands of dollars and years of stress. The first red flag is emergencies that arrive too frequently and too conveniently. In a normal relationship, family emergencies happen maybe once every few years. In some Thai dating situations, you will notice that an emergency appears almost on schedule. Her brother has a motorbike accident, then her father needs dental work, then her sister needs money for school, then her mother's shop has a problem. When you look back over 6 months, you realize there have been 5 separate crises, each one requiring money from you, each one presented with genuine sounding urgency and emotion. This connects to kreng, which is the Thai value of avoiding conflict and never directly asking for something. A Thai woman will rarely say to you, "I want 5,000 baht." Instead, she will tell you a story. She will seem worried. She will hint at a problem. She will make you feel like you are the one who discovered the need and chose to help. The genius of this approach is that you feel like the generous one, not like you're being asked. The problem is that once you have solved the first emergency, you have signaled that you are the solution to all emergencies that follow. You have become the bank. The emergencies will not stop because they serve a function that works perfectly. Every time money appears, it proves that the relationship is valuable, that you care, that you are invested. From her perspective, why would these problems stop? They work. Picture this. You have been dating for 4 months. Things are good. Then she seems stressed and distant. You ask what is wrong. She says her father owes money to someone dangerous, and if he does not pay by next week, something bad might happen. She does not ask you directly. She just looks worried and says she does not know what her family will do. You feel the weight of it. You imagine her father getting hurt. You offer to help. She seems relieved. You send money. She becomes warm and affectionate again. You feel like a hero. 3 weeks later, a different crisis emerges. This time you notice the pattern, but the story is different enough. The fear in her voice is real enough that you tell yourself this one is genuine. By the 5th emergency, you are numb to it, but you are also trapped. Stopping now feels cruel. The family has started counting on you. This is the trap. The second red flag is resistance to discussing her own financial situation. In a healthy relationship, you gradually learn how a person manages money. You find out what she earns, roughly what her expenses are, whether she has savings, how she thinks about financial responsibility. With some Thai women, this information never comes. You ask where she works and she gives a vague answer. You ask what she earns and she laughs it off. You ask if she has savings and she changes the subject. Meanwhile, she knows exactly how much money you have. She asks you about your salary, your job, your investments. The information flow is one direction. This connects to saving phase and the concept of rokna, which is about protecting your public image and your status. For some Thai women, admitting that they do not have much money or that they handle finances poorly or that they work in an industry that is not respectable feels like a loss of faith. It is easier to stay mysterious about it. But in the context of dating, this mystery serves another purpose. When she does not talk about her money, you cannot compare her resources to her requests. You cannot say, wait, you told me you earn 20,000 baht a month, so how can you not afford to help your family with this problem? If you do not know what she earns, you cannot question the logic of her financial needs. Imagine you have been with her for 5 months. You have spent a lot of money on her already. You have paid for dinners, shopping, trips, her phone bill, her rent once when she was short. Then she asks if you can help her family with a business investment. She says it is a good opportunity. The money will come back. With interest, she just needs help from you. You ask what her savings are. She becomes vague and annoyed. You ask how much she can contribute from her own money. She says her money is tied up in other things, or she needs her money for emergencies, or her income is inconsistent. You never get a clear answer. What you do know is that she had enough money last week to buy expensive makeup and a handbag. The inconsistency makes you uncomfortable, but she makes you feel bad for questioning her, so you drop it. You send the money for the investment. You never see returns. Later, you realize the investment was never real. But she needed cash for something else, and she knew that asking directly would make you say no. So she created a story that sounded legitimate. The only way this works is if you do not know her actual financial picture. The third red flag is pressure to support extended family members within the first year of dating. Thai culture has a concept called bun khun, which translates roughly as a sacred debt or gratitude obligation. When your parents have sacrificed for you, you owe them a debt that you spend your whole life repaying. This debt often means sending money home, supporting siblings, helping with family business. Bun khun is real and it is deep. Many Thai women genuinely do feel obligated to their families in ways that Western men do not fully understand. But here is the distinction that matters. A genuine obligation shows up as something she manages. She sends money home quietly. She budgets for it. She feels it is important, but she handles it within her own resources and her own life. What you want to watch for is when supporting her family becomes your responsibility within months of meeting her. When she starts introducing you to her family members as the person who can help them. When her uncle suddenly needs money for a truck. When her cousin needs money for a motorcycle. When her sister needs school fees. When all of these relatives start appearing in her stories and in her requests, and she frames it as if you are now part of the family obligation system. This is where sanuk, the Thai value of fun and pleasure, gets weaponized in dating. Meeting her family, helping them, being generous to them is presented as fun and as a bonding experience. It feels good. You are doing good. Her family appreciates you. You feel needed and valued. Over time, though, you realize that her family now expects things from you. Her mother calls asking for money. Her brother messages you directly asking for a loan. Her father assumes you will pay for certain things. You have gone from being a boyfriend to being a family bank within months. A woman with genuine integrity will protect you from this situation early on. She will say clearly, my family and my obligations are my responsibility, not yours. A woman who is testing your limits will introduce you to family financial needs much faster. She wants to see how quickly you will step into the provider role. The sooner you do, the more she can normalize it. Picture this scenario. You have been dating for 3 months. She takes you to meet her family for the first time. Dinner is nice. Her family is warm. Then her mother mentions, with her daughter translating, that the family shop needs some repairs and money is tight right now. Her daughter looks at you with a certain kind of expression, not quite asking, but not quite not asking. You feel the social pressure. You feel like you should offer. You do not want to be rude or stingy, so you say you can help a little bit. Everyone seems happy. You send 5,000 baht. Now the family knows you will help. Now your girlfriend has established that family financial needs are things you handle. When the next problem comes up, it is even easier to act. By month 8, you are regularly sending money to her family and you do not even know how it happened. You just know that saying no feels impossible because you have already said yes so many times. If what I have said so far has already changed how you see things, subscribe to the channel. There is a lot more where this came from, and none of it is the kind of thing you will hear anywhere else. The fourth red flag is a sudden shift in how she talks about money after you have committed to the relationship. Early on, everything is light and fun. She does not talk about finances. She does not ask for money. She seems to have her own life and her own resources. Then something happens. Maybe you say, I love you. Maybe you meet her family. Maybe you agree to a longer commitment or talk about the future. Immediately after that checkpoint, things change. Now she starts mentioning money more often. Now financial problems emerge. Now she needs your help with something that costs more than she has asked for before. This connects to my pen rai, the Thai philosophy of letting things go and letting life flow. Early in a relationship, many Thai women operate on my pen rai. Money is not a big deal. Things are light. Do not worry. But as soon as they sense that you are committed, that you are not going anywhere, that you have decided to stay, they shift. The my pen rai attitude disappears and a more transactional attitude emerges. The reason is simple. Before you were committed, she had to keep things easy and light to keep you. After you are committed, the dynamic changes. She no longer needs to maintain that lightness. She can introduce the real needs. She can be direct about what her family needs. She can start building the financial structure she actually needs from you. Think about a situation like this. For the first 5 months, you are dating a woman and everything feels perfect. She is independent. She pays for something sometimes. She does not ask you for money. You feel like you are dating an equal. Then one day, you both agree to be exclusive. You say that you think this could go somewhere real. She agrees. You both feel closer. Within 2 weeks, she mentions that her mother is struggling with money and could you help? You say yes because you are feeling generous and close. Then 3 weeks later, her car needs repairs and she cannot afford it. You help. Then her cousin needs money for a project. Then her friend needs a loan. You look back and you realize that in the 2 weeks before the relationship became official, you gave 0 times. In the 2 months after, you have given 4 times. The relationship milestone triggered a complete shift in how she relates to you financially. That is not a coincidence. That is a strategy. The fifth red flag is vagueness combined with emotional pressure when you ask basic financial questions. A legitimate partner will understand that talking about money is important. If you ask her to explain something, if you ask how much money her family actually needs, if you ask what the money will be used for, she will give you straight answers. She might not like the questions. She might feel a little bit hurt that you are not just trusting her completely, but she will answer them. She will respect that you need to understand before you commit your money to something. With women who are exploiting you financially, you get a very different response. You ask a simple question and suddenly you are the bad guy. You are not trusting her. You are being selfish. You do not care about her family. You do not really love her if you are asking these questions. The guilt and the emotional pressure are tools. They are designed to make you stop asking. They are designed to make you feel bad for wanting clarity. This is a form of manipulation, and it works because the emotional pressure is real and it is painful. You do not want to be the kind of person who makes her feel bad. You do not want to seem like you do not trust her. So you back off and you stop asking questions. You just send the money and you let it go. Kreng comes into play here too. In Thai culture, directly asking for something creates discomfort. Asking for money creates more discomfort. When you ask her for details about where money is going or why she needs it, you are creating a direct, uncomfortable situation. Some Thai women will respond to this by shutting down and making you feel bad, because shutting down and emotional withdrawals is a way to avoid the directness of the conversation. She does not have to answer your question if you feel so guilty that you just drop it. The questions stop, the money flows, the relationship continues with you fundamentally in the dark. The core truth that connects all of these red flags is this. A woman who is genuinely in a relationship with you will want you to feel secure and comfortable. She will want you to know her. She will want you to understand her financial situation so that you can make informed decisions together. She will not hide her income. She will not create mysterious emergencies. She will not pressure you with guilt when you ask simple questions. She will introduce family obligations gradually and will make sure you are on board, not just swept into it. She will maintain the openness and lightness of the early relationship even after you become committed. A woman who is primarily motivated by extracting money from you will do exactly the opposite. She will maintain mystery. She will create urgency. She will use emotion as a weapon against your questions. She will accelerate requests after you commit. She will shift from generous and light to needy and demanding. These are not subtle differences. Once you know what to look for, the pattern becomes obvious. The real skill is in having the discipline to see the pattern clearly and to act on it, even when you do not want to, even when you love her, even when you think maybe this time is different. The financial patterns rarely lie.